Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I have something that I'm personally shocked by to share with you today, and I'm smiling because I can't quite believe it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Subscribe if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and share it with people just as a warning. A brief for a company was leaked and I am gonna go through it today. It was leaked to me by a content creator who was doing some work with this company, with this brand, until they saw the brief physically asking them to lie and stage the results of the product. And I want to share this with you today. Now, for my own protection reasons, I'm going to have to not say the brand, but it is a brand I have questioned in the past in terms of their authenticity when it comes to their advertising and the standards of the adverts that they put out. And this is kind of confirmed to me a feeling I had about the brand. This is just confirmed that yeah, they lie. They want their influencers and content creators and whoever's making ads for them to lie about the results of their products. And I'm not just talking, don't say it's not an ad, I'm talking physically stage makeup and lie about it. You'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. So this is how it's happened. Influencer messaged me and said, I saw you spoke out this brand before and I want to show you this brief. They had done some work with them before because their products are good, their products are nice. And that all went swimmingly. And as I said, they saw this and did not like the actual lying and then sent it to me. And I have chosen to talk about it with you today. You're free to speculate all you want in the comments. However, I will not be confirming or denying either way, just in case. We're going to look at the brief. I am going to blur the names of a product. This brand are releasing a setting spray. I don't know if it's come out yet. I don't think it is. So any images in this, I will blur. The name, if a name of a product comes up, will be completely blurred out. I do want you to take note of what the other influencers have been asked to do within this brief. And of course, make your own decisions. This is all alleged, my opinions. And I have not physically been sent the brief by the company. This is like any other normal brief. So if you haven't seen my video already I made where I made a fake brief from a brand and kind of hit the points so people could spot an ad when someone's doing an ad read and someone doesn't disclose it, right? For people who are new here, I'm very big on disclosing ads, as in you have to do it legally in the UK. I have a management team that all my sponsorships go through, and they will ensure that I have ad on my content. There was one time I accidentally forgot to do it. That's content I made myself and posted it because it was for my own brush set from Sigma and I forgot to put ad in it. And people called me out on it, luckily, because I didn't realize, and I hate that. I felt so fucking stupid. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. My position on ads is you should always disclose them. Ads, people don't disclose them because people don't trust influencers when they do ads. And that's the influencer's fault for not disclosing them. It's been this long thing coming. If you were just honest about ads because you like working with the brand, like this influencer sent me this, enjoyed their products and liked working with a brand, you say it's an ad because I love working with this company, then it wouldn't be such a taboo to do an ad, right? It's my belief that if you work for a brand, if you work with a brand, it should be your pleasure to work with them, and therefore you're happy to reveal the ad. And that's what I do in all mine, guaranteed, swear on my life. Wait, how do you swear? Swear on my life. So this comes off as just a normal brief. It gives footage guidelines on how to present your video. Usually it's just about lighting. Make sure it's bright, good quality, no filters and stuff like that. That's very normal for a brief to tell you. It tells you how they want the sound to be. It then goes on to talk about the product a little bit more and some talking points that you can maybe bring up about their new setting spray. It's also asking them to do a full glam look. They want everything. They want lashes, they want lips, everything like that. Read me. This is where it kind of starts to get a bit weird, right? While our setting spray definitely keeps your makeup looking fabulous for the whole day, it takes some time to work. What does that mean exactly? This isn't the worst bit, by the way. This is just where it gets a bit... The best way to make sure your makeup doesn't come off while filming is to use a matte, transfer-proof makeup and set your face well with a translucent powder and a powder puff before you apply the setting spray. If you need to order or buy products to make this happen, please send in receipt and we will reimburse you a $100 limit. If a setting spray takes some time to work, then surely You just take that time, allow it. They give a few options for the testing, right? Option 1, half face test. Half face test. So you do half your face with a setting spray, half your face without, and then you show the difference, right? End of a day wear test. You show how your makeup looks at the end of the day with a setting spray. And then something like a gym day, rehearsal or practice where you're quite active and maybe you're sweating and getting quite oily. Option 4, an arm test where obviously you swatch and you try and rub off the product. Swimming, something else. And a lot of like stories. And then they also have a half lip smear where you will spray the setting spray on one half of the lip and smudge it and see what the results are. I asked this person, in particular, I said in no order, what was it? I hadn't read through this brief yet. I asked them, what exactly was it that made you a little bit uncomfortable with this brief? Because I might have read it and then thought, okay, I don't quite understand, you know? However, when they circled these points, I could not believe what this brand was asking these creators to do. We just ran through those wear tests, right? And now the rest of the brief is going to show you how to stage the results of this wear test, right? Okay, so let's look at this arm test, right? So it was giving us the options of ways to test this product and show that the setting spray makes these products last a long time. So the arm test, where you put swatches on your arm, they're obviously going to spray the whole arm and then smudge it. As you walk through each step, tell the camera what you're doing. On one arm, apply streaks of lipstick along your entire arm. On the top half, use a waterproof or matte lipstick, okay? And apply translucent powder on top. So you're almost extra waterproof in that thing. On the bottom half, use a classic lipstick. So a lipstick with less longevity that will smudge quite easy. Next, apply the setting spray on the top half. So they're saying to apply the setting spray on the top half of the arm where the longer lasting lipsticks are. And then they're saying double down it and set that with powder. Next, apply the setting spray on the top half, wait 60 seconds to dry. Now take your finger and smudge from the top to the bottom of your arm so we can see how the setting spray applied section top stays put while the non-applied section smears. Show the camera the results. So let me just read through that again so I'm not getting this wrong. On the top half, use a waterproof or matte lipstick and apply translucent powder on top. And on the bottom half, use a classic lipstick. So the top half is waterproof, long lasting, with powder on top to make it extra long lasting. On the bottom half, use a classic lipstick, so a lipstick with no staying power. Next, apply setting spray on the top half and wait 60 seconds to dry. So we're reinforcing that even more with setting spray, which I don't think setting sprays work anyway. Now take your finger and smudge from the top to the bottom of your arm so we can see how the setting spray applied section, which is the top with all those long lasting products, stays put while the non-applied section bottom smears. So show the camera the results, discuss what happened. So they are staging by using two different kinds of lipsticks the results of this test. Why would you not use a classic lipstick, spray setting spray on one half of it, and then do that test? Why do we have to use two different things? Why are we going to pretend that the longevity, the lasting of the lipstick is down to the setting spray? The next one is the half face test, right? We want you to put spray to the test. Directions. As you walk through each step, tell the camera what you're doing, of course. 1. Introduce the new setting spray to the camera. Say you're going to put it to the test. Pick one side of your face. Apply matte transfer-proof makeup and translucent powder to that side only. Spray that one side of your face with the setting spray while explaining to the camera that you are only testing one side. Wait 60 seconds for it to dry. Take a white paper towel and blot the cheek of a non-applied side. Show the results of your makeup transferring onto the towel. So they've asked them to use a transfer-proof foundation underneath the setting spray. But if a foundation is already transfer-proof, pick one side of your face. Apply matte transfer proof makeup and translucent powder to that side only, right? Spray that one side of your face with a setting spray while explaining to the camera that you are only testing one side. Wait 60 seconds for it to dry. Take a white paper towel and blot the cheek of a non-applied side. Show the results of your makeup transferring onto the towel. Gross. Discuss what happened. Now blot the side you applied setting spray to and show the camera that there was no transfer. It is still white. Wow. So they're asking them right here, apply matte transfer-proof makeup and translucent powder to that side only. And then you have a regular foundation on the other side. There's another one, right? Tell me if I'm reading into this too much. This is like the festival option, right? Like you've gone out to a festival, you come back, your makeup lasts all day. Okay, introduce the new setting spray to the camera. Say this product is your ride or die when going to any concert or music festival, even though it's new and this is their first time using it. Film yourself putting on a super extra and bold makeup look for a typical music festival. Get creative and show us some crazy cool looks with bold colors. End the get ready with me with a setting spray application and how this setting spray is your lifesaver when going to a festival or in crazy heat, and it's the only thing that locks your makeup in. Now, pretend you are leaving for the festival for your day and tell the camera you'll be back later to see how your makeup held up. So the viewer will be under the impression that somebody has been out at a festival, having fun, maybe dancing in the sun, getting sweaty. Return to the camera with a slightly different hairstyle, as if you partied for hours at the concert or spent a full day running around outside. Give a good examination of your makeup and discuss the results of your makeup. Discuss how the setting spray withstood the heat of your crazy day. You didn't go to a festival because it says pretend. Now, if a brief wants me to go to a festival and see how a product lasts, I will go to a festival. And I won't go to a festival. I'll do like a day out somewhere and see how a product lasts. And if I don't like it, I will say to the company, it didn't hold, sorry. That's how it should be done. Pretend you are leaving for a festival. Return to the camera with a slightly different hairstyle. As if you've partied for hours at a concert or spent a full day running around outside. This brief is full of lies. It wants their creators to full on lie for them. And then this is the swimming on a first date one. It's asking them to spoof a fun TikTok trend where you get your face wet, but again, it's asking them to use a matte transfer-proof makeup and translucent powder on their full face. If your setting spray is going to work, now bear in mind, it might be a setting spray that can only work with transfer-proof makeup. And I just took a look on their website just to double check. Their foundations that they sell are in fact not, or does not claim to be transfer-proof anywhere on their website. So just please be wary when it comes to stuff like this. I do want to say, if you figure out what this brand is, it doesn't mean that people in the past who have worked with them or people who like their products are the worst people ever, because this person sent me this new brief. They have worked with a brand before on a brief for their foundations and were fine with it. This person obviously has some morals and didn't want to pretend to their followers that a certain situation was happening. So we won't judge the people who have worked with them previously and assume that they are lying in their content. I would love to know your opinions down below. Is this a brief full of lies, asking their content creators to lie? Let me know your opinions. Thanks again for joining me. Consider subscribing, and I will see you very, very soon.